Here it comes. I knew there was a train coming.
This is about as fun as opportunity as you can get.
That's the coal train. I told you about that trip.
I loved him from the first minute you meet him, you know. It's hard not to, I think.
I remember something you told me. You talking to somebody else. This guy's got a story that should be told.
He's writing music and playing these songs from a place that is a lot different than, you know, where the average musician comes from.
Remember I showed you that picture the other day, and I said, you know why I like this picture so much? Because it was me playing my guitar.
I think it's a great story. It's an interesting story. It's an untold story.
It was the back of me, but everybody was smiling.
That type of innocence, you can't fake that.
That's what the music is about to me.
I love it. He's a really great writer.
It looked like everybody was having a good time.
The bond he makes with you on a personal level is as he would make one with a friend he's had for 40 years.
Nothing like any other project I've ever done.
If he honestly connects with you and feels that you're a good person, and he feels everyone's a good person, I don't know what you'd have to do to make Ragman mad. I think he loves everyone.
Well, this is a long one here. Yeah, it is.
Coal train. I've ridden on top of big old mounds of coal. I got a story about that one too.
The music, of course, is a conduit for the story, I think. Each song is a story.
The old hobos, man, the breed of man who don't fit in. I think I've been an outsider most of the places I've ever been, which don't bother me. The hobo story untold, like everybody thinks is all glory and gold, but it ain't. It's a hard, tough life sometimes. I was riding underneath a piggyback, which is semi-trailers, you know, and I rode underneath by the axle, leaning my head on the axle. You'd think Texas would be warm, but this was wintertime. Caught out of Del Rio, 20 some odd degrees, riding a piggyback. I thought I would freeze. The $172,000 guitar. If I ever get poor, all I gotta do is cash that in. I'll be rich. But I ain't selling it. I don't need the money.
First of all, every step of this project has been absolutely amazing. Meeting Ragman the way we did, having the songs in our hands.
I think this is a really unique opportunity for people to be able to hear something that would not have otherwise ever been heard.
I want others to kind of see a story that most people don't ever get to understand or even come across in their life.
And I sent some music, but the damn CD was blank on there. So I sent the cassettes anyway.
I think Dwayne called me up and said that we were going to be doing this project with Casey and Joe, reworking the songs of this guy Ragman.
We got our hands on a Ragman cassette.
I never dreamed it would come around to this, that they would listen to my songs and enjoy them, and I guess we're gonna do some recording here down in Kentucky here.
His story captured me immediately just when I, found out what he had been through and losing everything.
People would say I've had a whole bunch of hard times. Me, this is just adversity. It's part of life.
His spirit just, it guided everything. I mean, it's the reason why I think this project's really good.
Never, ever dreamed it in my whole life.
This is something that's a lot bigger than I think we all maybe realize.
Rainbow Mass, my original band, man, got rejected from Far Out Records for being too far out. I was proud of that. I had the proclamation letter and everything, but it burned up in my house fire.
I was really pleased how good of songs he has. It makes our job a lot easier.
They heard my music. I guess they said, wow, they gonna record it. So I've always wanted more people to hear my music.
When he writes a song, he doesn't sit down and think, okay, what am I gonna write about? He just is literally writing about the moment that he is in, laying in the weeds or riding the rails out of, Staples, Minnesota.
There's always been artists like Ragman around. and there still are, and you're not going to get it on your daily blog.
For all those who never had a chance to be heard, Ragman is able to embody that sort of notion.
I wrote a song about heaven called That's Heaven to Me. A place of beauty and peace of mind, a place of no worries, just take your time. No sickness, no hatred or greed, no famine or no more suffering. Where deception's been banished, no longer do anguish, and the truth becomes reality. Hey, hey, that's heaven to me.
There's just something about the way he is that kind of makes you think, you know, should we all be more that way?
These songs have been put away for a long time. That's why I got a hard time remembering. It's hard to remember 100 songs. And not very many people wrote 100 songs. So you got to think about them, you know. You bet once I get going, they usually come to me. It takes me a little bit while to get going.
He's just a storyteller, and he's lived a really eccentric life, and his songs are that. A very pure form of what he's been through.
Pretty excited about it. Joe and Casey's gonna play some songs of mine. I know you want to hear about a lot of the road stories. I got so many of them, I could tell one after another.
The story just started to unfold, and it just became more and more interesting each day.
I've paid my dues on the Hobo Trail. I've experienced it.
It's all so genuine and great. I hope people will take what we've done, but not just take what we've done and be done with it. I hope they actually dig deeper into his life.
Living in abandoned houses and ditches and everywhere.
I hope a lot of people get to see and hear it and appreciate it and enjoy, you know, the stories that he's telling through our interpretations of the music.
And did a lot of dumpster diving. It was good eating. It's amazing what people throw away in this world.
It's not often that you meet someone like that and get to work with music like that. It's just seen so many years and so many miles.
That was a 34-hour train ride from Del Rio, Texas to Colton, California.
The world's filled with negativity, and you know, the attitude of the moment is to be pessimistic about most everything. And this guy looks at it completely the opposite.
There's just something about the way he is and just his outlook on life.
If you want to look at life, there's a whole bunch of things to be bitter about. You can go your whole life and be bitter about all kinds of things. But there's a lot of good things in this world.
How many times does a body of work that comes from such a unique source land on, you know, on your table?
There's a freedom in not being tied down to all of those things and all of the things that we're so prone to let ourselves be burdened by just simply because it's what society says we should do.
My problems are so far away.
I got a whole bunch of songs out there. Some people have heard them, but not very many. I hope somebody else can hear them too.
It's a good old train I've been